All right, thank you, Tania. Well, it is getting harder and harder for families to sit down for dinners, but family dinner is more than just the food. It's the focus of a new book called Fueling the Family Teamwork in the Kitchen. And two of the authors from Birmingham joining us today, Rachel Mitchell and Joey Longoria. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having us.
I am super excited about this book. Sort of talk about the concept of it and how it came about.
So back in 2017, we started a nutrition program for a local nonprofit. And the focus was nutrition as a component of youth sports safety. And in that, we'd be talking to all sorts of sports teams, families, coaches, and discussing nutrition, fueling options. And we started to get a lot of questions about what we were eating and what we were making for our families at home. So it developed into us creating all sorts of recipes. And over the last few years, it's now accumulated to nearly 100, 100 recipes.
Yeah.
And a couple years ago, we thought, well, maybe one day we'll put this together. Maybe we'll create this book. And we started doing that, and then we'd share them at work with each other before our next presentation that we were doing. We'd share the recipes with the kids, the families, coaches, and it just took off.
So how is this different from other cookbooks, and how are the recipes unique?
Well, I think one of the unique things is that we're not actually professional chefs. You know, and we both collect a ton of cookbooks, and most of them are chefs who do it for a living that are professionals. So the thing I think that's great about this is the recipes are things that we cook for our own families at home. For the most part, they're fairly simple. There's a few that are a little more challenging, but for the most part, the dinners that are in there are things you can do in 20 to 30 minutes. You know, when you're tired and you get home and you have that, what's for dinner tonight?
Yes.
It's something, not a ton of ingredients, but healthy and good options that can feed your whole family.
I love it. So I was just going to open a book to maybe a recipe, just so our viewers can sort of see what's in there. The cauliflower crust pizza. Do y'all have a favorite recipe that's in the book?
That's a great. I'll let you go first.
My favorite. So I have.
Not to put you on the spot.
It's called Wholesome Seafood Linguine.
Okay.
And it is delicious. I just came up with it one day. I make it for my family whenever we go to the beach, and it's one that my whole family they were like, you have to put this in the book. So that's my favorite. But
I have one. It's the beef stroganoff that you're going to find in there, and one of the components in it is substituting Greek yogurt instead of the heavy cream, which makes it just a little bit more healthy, but it also adds a ton of flavor that you wouldn't think. Like, you think that combination is not going to go, but it's super good. It's something. Have a teenage daughter. She eats. You know, goes crazy about that. So,
I love that. That is so cool. And I see that the foreword is written by Meb, who is a well-known runner if in the running community. Talk about how you got him involved, why you wanted to get him involved.
Yeah, sort of well-known. He's an Olympic silver medalist.
Yeah, just a little.
Has won the Boston Marathon, has won the New York City Marathon, the only male in history to have done those three things.
Wow.
So he's amazing in the running community.
Right.
We both met him through running at different times. I met him about 11 years ago here in Birmingham. Rachel met him at the Air Force Marathon back in 2016 when she was getting her award presentation. And we've just kept a really good relationship with him over the years. He was in town for the Birmingham Wine 10K back in 2019, I believe.
Yes, 2019.
And Rachel's, I'll let you tell about you running for his foundation as we speak.
Yes, so it's funny because, and if you read the foreword and then a little bit in the introduction, I go kind of into the backstory in the book. But he has a foundation called the Meb Foundation, where similar to what we are doing with our nutrition program, everything kind of focuses on youth health, education, and fitness, and creating opportunities for kids all over the world.
Yeah.
And at the New York City Marathon this year, I'll actually be running on his team.
Aww.
So it's really cool. He has a team for New York City where we raise money for the foundation. He does it for the Boston Marathon since he's won both.
Wow.
But so it's funny how all of this connected, because in 2019 we all got to go to dinner and eat the night before the race. It was just wonderful to sit down and just have a comfortable conversation with him, talking about fueling, but also talking about his family and the role that they've played in his success. His wife, his girls, they just have kind of rallied behind him
I love
through it all.
And he has one of his favorite family recipes in the book as well.
He does.
Oh, we're gonna have
It's a
to.
fun breakfast recipe, so
We're gonna
have to
look
dive
for
into that.
So we just had the information on the screen there. There's a book signing tomorrow, 10 a.m.
8 a.m.
to
to
10.
10
8
a.m.
a.m. to 10 a.m. at Track Shack in Homewood. And so all of y'all are going to be there for the book signing. And you can also get the book, the cookbook on Amazon, right?
Correct.
Yes, correct.
All right. So be sure to check it out. And if you can, get out to Track Shack tomorrow and go to the book signing. It's great. And we appreciate y'all being with us today.
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank
much.
Thank you so much.